I don't know, man, but being the oldest, I don't know how it is for some people, but I tell you, being the oldest, it puts a lot of pressure on you. Not just in your personal life, your own personal life, but it bothers you with your family, like your brothers and your sisters and your parents. It's like being the old, because I am the oldest of three. And it's like, it's something in me, I don't know what it is. It caused me to be in control. It causes me to be in leadership. It's like being the oldest child. I have to know more. I have to be more. It's like, I don't know if it's just me or every oldest one goes through this. I feel like I have to have things in control. I feel like I have to have things in charge. Because growing up, with a single mother, don't get me wrong, my father was in my life. He was in our life every day. It's just that after they separated, he moved out the house. But I seen my father every day, damn near. It's like he was still in our life, like nothing changed. So I didn't necessarily have a single mother because my father still took care of me. He was just out of the house. But it's like, the fact that at the end of the day, it was always me, my brother, my sister, my mother. My mother never pressured me to feel this way. She never sat down and told me if something happens to me. It was already distilled in me. My mother never preached to me or sat down with me and talked to me about none of that stuff. But it's like, when you live in a family full of trauma and struggle, and that's where I come from. A lot of the stuff that I went through in my life, my parents don't know about. My mother would never know about the things that I went through in my life, and I would never tell her. Because if I tell her now, she'd go to jail for first, second, and third degree murder. But going through that as a child, going through trauma and mental and psychological abuse the way I have been, what I went through, it teaches you to
I'm dying, bitch.
How should I put it? It teaches you to be in control, and it teaches you to do whatever you got to do to get out of this situation. Some people don't know how to get out of it. They kill themselves. They wind up being on drugs. They wind up being alcoholics. They wind up being just a petty, pitiful, bitter person and uses their past to act an excuse. I never did that. I always took what I went through as the gateway to get me faster to where I want to go. And what I mean by that, and then what really pushes me to do that and what drives me to do that is the fact that I am the oldest. And it's my job to take care of my brother and my sister if something happens to my mother. And now that I am older and I did a lot of things in my life to try to prove to, I'm not gonna lie to y'all, when I look back at my life, like I said, when you go through trauma, whatever you've been through in your life, whatever you've been through or went through in your life, you are always going to live your life according to what you went through on a subconscious level. Because if I would have never had that trauma that I had in my life, and I just would have been a princess that my father treated me, and I wouldn't even have the thoughts that I have or the mindset that I have. And the fact that I went through what I went through, and by me being the oldest, that is another reason why I always wanted to become a singer, because I wanted to become a singer to be rich, not only to get my brother, my sister, my father, and my mother out of this mess, but I wanted the world to see who Ajita was, and I wanted the world to see who my family. I just felt like I'm just venting, y'all. This is what always pushed me to want to be that singer, and it's like I was born with a drive that I can't explain where I got it from, but I had a lot of motivation to give me that drive. The fact that I went through the things that I went through in my life that drove me to want to be my best. The fact that I went through, the trauma that I went through, it drove me to be the best of myself. And it seemed like when I was trying to be the best of myself, something was wearing me down. And when you are trying to be at your best self and something is wearing you down, it pushes your life in a stagnant position. Because the fact that I am a great singer and a songwriter, the fact that I was born with Bell's palsy, I'm like, look, my family is going through trauma. My mother's the black sheep. Me and my brother and sister, it's just us and my father. We living in the hood. We living in Baltimore. We living in the hood, in the ghetto. I'm the oldest. It's my job to take care of my family. Shit, I can sing. I can write real good. I'm gonna just be a singer and get my family out of this shit. That was my goal. That was my main goal in life. But the fact that I had this is what you get when you live in between two major hospitals. But when it's like the fact that I had this drive to be something, right? And the fact that I was born with Bell's palsy, I knew that it was going to be hard. Don't get me wrong. I knew I could still be a singer today. I'm not going to sit here and lie. I can still be a singer today. And I can ease my way and be the kind of singer that I want to be. But I'm the type of person is that, I'm a Sagittarius and a Scorpio because I'm one of cups. And if I do something, I go all the way with it. I don't know why I'm built the way that I'm built, but I figure anything that I put my mind to, anything that I want to do in life, I'm not going to pussyfoot it around. I'm not going to halfway do it. I'm going to go all the way. And that's how I've always been. If I'm going to do something, I'm going to give it 1,000,000. By the time I'm done with it, I done reach the max of whatever potential that was there. So I figure if I'm going to be a singer and a songwriter, I want to go all out. I want to be the biggest I can be. And that's why God stopped me from becoming a singer. Because he knew that if I would have did that, I would have been literally like the best that I could be. And by me not knowing him the way that I know now, I will be the one that will compromise myself, my body, my thought, my consciousness, my integrity. I would definitely be one of those people. Because the fact that I didn't know my creator the way that I do now, and the fact that I want this so much, and I wasn't going to let nothing stop me because I had that inner drive to just be the best at it and be good at it and be number one, I would have been one of these girls out here that you see half naked or doing whatever they got to do to make it fair. I wouldn't have done that. I wouldn't have sold my ass or nothing like that. But I would allow the dumbness to sit in just to get what I need done. Let's just put it there. I would never compromise my body or nothing like that. It's certain things when it comes down to God that I would not do. But if I would have had that chance, yeah, I would have done that. And this is why God gave me the disease that I have, because he knows the type of person that I am, and he knows that if I would have not had this disease, me being the age that I am, I wouldn't even have a TikTok page. I'd be somewhere on an island right now sipping on some grapefruit juice. You know what I'm saying? So if you look at your life for what it is, look at the way your life is, why it is the way you is, why you is the way you is, and sit down and actually dwell and think on why you have the life that you have and why you are the way that you are. Because in each life and each purpose is always a great lesson to learn out of the whole thing. So if you never fulfill your purpose in life, sit back and look at the life that you have and look at the lessons that you've learned and look at why you had to be in the situation that you was in order to get that kind of perspective. And even if you feel like you haven't accomplished what you want to, you will understand that I went through hell just to keep the same mind that I have today, knowing that I really didn't get everything and anything that I wanted. But you're going to get it in the end.